Hey everybody, we're back again to do a little bit more work with proportional relationships. So the assignment that I'm going to be working on today is ratios and rates. So this is proportional relationships homework 1 is what it says up at the top. This is assignment 008, so it will be put in Skyward as your first grade for second quarter. All right, so let's do a little bit of a walkthrough of what this needs to look like and things that you need to pay attention to as you're working through this assignment. All right, so problem number 1 says that the ice cream shop, there are 14 shakes sold for every 6 malts. Okay, so a malt is like a milkshake. It just has some special powder in it, kind of like in the middle of Whoppers, that flavoring in the middle. And the question that we're trying to solve is, what is the ratio of malts to shakes? Okay, what I know, I have 14 shakes, I have 6 malts. The question says malts to shakes. So remember, we learned that order is important. So in the problem, it gave you the shake number first. We don't want the shake number first. We want malts to shakes. So if I'm going to do malts to shakes 14, okay? And 6 on the malt side. Then I need to simplify. Okay, remember, if I simplify, I'm looking for a number that I can divide into both the numerator and the denominator. So in this particular case, both 6 and 14 are even numbers. So we know that we can divide both of them by 2. So if I divide 6 by 2 and I divide 14 by 2, then what I am left with is 3 to 7. Okay, this would be my answer. So I would want to loop it. That's going to give me an indicator, if I'm looking at your work, that this is a final answer. Okay, if it asked you to write the other forms, this is another form, 3 to 7, 3 to 7. So any of those are appropriate, but most of the work that we're going to do in proportional relationships is going to be in fractional form. All right? Number 2 is a little tricky. It's kind of like the problem where we had to look at the whole group when we were talking about the freshman college students. So let's take a look at number 2. It says 8 out of 10 dentists prefer Crest toothpaste. 8 out of 10. 8 prefer Crest out of 10 dentists. The question is, what is the ratio of dentists who do not prefer Crest to those who do? Right? If we have 8 that do prefer Crest, we have 10 total dentists, so we have 2 that don't prefer it. Eight that prefer it, 2 that don't prefer it. And then it's asking us to put things in this order. It wants ratio of dentists who do not prefer to, remember that's the fraction bar, to those that do prefer. So those that do not prefer are 2. The number that do prefer is 8. And then, of course, we need to simplify. So we're looking for a number that we can divide both of those by. Those are both even numbers. So again, we know that we can divide that one by 2 and that one by 2 as well, leaving us with 1, 2, 4. All right. 1, 2, 4, or 1 to 4 is my final answer. I'm going to put a loop around it. Okay? Those are important things to take a look at. I'm not going to walk you through all of the rest of them, but I am going to give you a few hints that I want you to pay attention to. For problem number 3, pay close attention to cats to animals. So it gives you some number of dogs and the number of cats, and it wants to know cats to total number of animals. So kind of like this, the total number of dentists. So pay attention to that. For number 4, you are looking at calculating out some unit rates with Folgers coffee and Seattle's Best coffee. Remember, money goes on top. You have to give money first before you get stuff. So money will go in the numerator, and then whatever you're buying is in the denominator. All right. So for Folgers, it's $12.88 for 80 cups. You want to find the unit rate or the unit price, which is how much it is for 1 cup. You're going to do the exact same thing for Seattle's Best, which is $9 for 50 cups, and you want to find out how much it is for 1 cup. All right. For these that you're calculating out, you are going to want to go out to at least 3 decimal places. Number 5, you have Anna and Caroline who are typing words per minute. So again, you're comparing 2 different units, words in the numerator, per, meaning the fraction bar, minute in the denominator. So you're going to compare their typing speed. So you have to find the unit rates, how many they can each type in 1 minute. Number 6 is going to be a bonus problem. It is quite a bit trickier than some of the others. So if you can show me your work and solve problem 6 without help from me, I'll give you some extra credit on that one. All right, we will come back and talk about those things later on next week, but 6 is going to be a bonus question. Number 7 is a spaghetti dinner fundraiser, and you have a couple of people that are handing out flyers. So you have to pay close attention because Margie hands out a certain number of flyers in hours, and Jackson hands out flyers in a certain number of minutes. So in order to compare those, you either need to make sure that they're both in minutes or they're both in hours for your denominator. And in the last one, number 8, you are wanting to look at a server to cook ratio. There are 5 servers to every 2 cooks. So that is again where we are looking at a problem very, very similar to our problem that we did with the group of freshman college students. So you have 5 servers out of a group of 7 employees. All right, so that's your hint for number 8. And you are trying to find out how many servers they employ. All right, so we're going to see what you are able to do with those. You need to complete this and bring it to our next meeting next week. All right, I'll miss you guys, and I'll look forward to seeing you when I get back.